If it's Christian, we're talking about it. This is the Mike Charleston Show.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the Mike Charleston Show. I am not Mike Charleston, your host. Babe, you want to join us?
Just hold on. I'm finishing a game real quick.
Okay. Well,
are we recording?
Yeah, we're ready.
Oh, we are recording. Okay, let me put that. Let me finish that later. Okay, so yes, it's me and you. Just me and you. Chuck's not here.
No Chuck this time.
No, and as you can see if you're watching on YouTube, I'm wearing a hockey jersey, and you're probably thinking, what in the world is going on? Why are you being so distracted? We are talking about what, babe?
We are talking about, well, I said, help, it's hockey season. I want to give some tips for how to stay connected when sometimes, especially it seems like more men tend to obsess over certain things.
There's no way.
I mean, not you, but like sometimes some people out there could obsess over things.
So let's just be honest here that, yes, do guys, the stereotype is that guys can kind of obsess over things.
Yes.
But is it true that women don't obsess?
It's not true. Women do also obsess.
Right. So I like hockey. I grew up watching hockey. I grew up like watching sports.
Yeah.
And I have not watched a football game I haven't watched a football game in years.
Yeah.
That's kind of lost. Baseball, I haven't watched baseball in a really long time. And so a lot of sports have just kind of gone out of my life. But since the advent of streaming and all that, hockey has come back into my life a little bit because I really liked hockey. And so when it is hockey season, which it just started, I can be a little obsessed.
Just a little.
And so can my girls.
Yeah, it's true. They can too. So it's any of us can be. But so I wanted to talk about this because I feel like sometimes, me being a wife, I feel like sometimes if there's something that you really get into, I'll find myself, not so much now because we've had a lot of years of marriage, but I could see that women sometimes will feel overlooked or kind of, pushed aside a little bit because of... Okay, it might be wrong, but sometimes women feel like that. And so I thought, well, what I do think is important is that we try to look for ways to stay connected, even during times.
Baby steps.
That's right.
Baby steps.
Even during times where it's like, it is during...
Hunting season
or hockey
football season,
football
whatever.
season, March Madness.
Fishing, whatever. You name it.
I don't know. Whatever it is that sometimes.
This is the Sarah Charleston Show today.
Sometimes during
I like her shirt though.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes it's seasonal when a guy gets into something, and oftentimes it is.
What happens if it's not seasonal?
Well, then.
What if it becomes just his whole life is obsessed?
Then it's just going to be the way.
Is that addiction? What's the difference between addiction and obsession?
That's a good question.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's
so there are a number of, personally, if you want to go behind the curtain a little bit. So yeah, I like to follow the Bruins. There are certain days that I cannot watch it because Bible study gets in the way and church gets in the way, and you're like, we don't have cable or anything. So there are certain times where it's on, ESPN or something, and I have to buy, and it's just like, no, we're not going to watch everything, but I'd like to. There was a season where I was really into collecting coins and different things. I'm a collector of things. I play some games at times, and once I get in. So I like competition. I like to get into things, and I don't think I'm alone in that.
No, not at all. Well, actually, I looked up what are the common hobbies or obsessions that guys have, and I found this list
I want to know what you think.
On marriage.com. So I thought, okay, I don't know where that comes from, but I wanted to see if you would agree with these top 7. They give 7.
For who? For guys or for girls?
For guys.
For guys.
For guys obsessions. So the first one, I was like, okay, let me see. High-tech gadgets. What do you think?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, yes.
Then they talk about guys having to stay ahead,
Certain guys,
this new thing is coming out, whatever.
If someone's gonna, geek out on tech, it's gonna be guys for sure.
Right,
yes, I think girls like it too, but in general, these are generalizations, by the way.
Oh yeah, for sure. Okay, so the second one is fantasy sports, and I would say just sports in general.
Sports in general, yes. I can see that. There's some guys out there that are listening like, I couldn't care less. I did fantasy football about 25 years ago when I first moved to Baton Rouge, and there was a job that I was doing, and all the guys were doing fantasy football, and I did it for a year, and I was no good. And I could see the attraction.
Yeah.
If I was really into football, I could see how that could be pretty cool. But yeah, okay, what's another one?
All right, number 3 was car modifications.
Oh, well, absolutely.
And I thought, wow,
that's not my thing,
right?
But I can definitely see, like, I do not spend time on my car at all. I couldn't care less.
Right.
I don't care about the muffler. I don't care about, the wheels. I don't need spree wheels on my car.
You don't want to put extra subwoofer in the back seat or something.
Could not care less. No, no.
All right, number 4 is video games.
Oh, my generation, absolutely.
Yes.
My generation grew up on video games, and I don't know of many girls that are addicted to video games.
Right.
It's the
Yeah,
guys.
not so much. All right. Number 5 is barbecuing.
I'll give that a ding. Yeah, I mean, because most of that may not be my thing, even though I don't mind doing it. I'll go out and do it. But when guys get into it, they like to talk about how much they're into it, and they're even if they don't do it often, they're like, when I go out, that's like their one thing they like to cook,
right?
And so they think that they're best at it, and they're not. But it's fun to talk about.
Okay, then number 6 just had me very much like, huh?
Okay.
And I don't see it, but maybe we'll see what you think. Number 6 is watches.
Oh, watches. Okay. Not for me, but growing the older generation, people got obsessed with watches, and there was different kinds of watches and things like that. So, sure, people, but I would throw that into like collectibles and things like that. And people, so if you just say collections and then example watches and things like that. Okay, so go ahead.
Okay, and then the last one they had was survival and outdoor skills.
Okay, not me. I am not an outdoorsy type of person. I'm not, survival. I'm like, whatever. If I have to, I'll look it up on my phone. But no, but there's a lot of guys out there that really get into that. That's why they invented camping, and let's go for our hike, and let's just create the Boy Scouts and Royal Rangers and things like that to go out there and be one with the nature. And I'm like, no, our ancestors did that, so we didn't have to do that. So I respect the older generation. So I live in homes.
Okay.
But no, that one, yes.
So what they didn't include that I was just thinking through this, I thought either martial arts or working out or both. Like I feel like working out is like a big deal.
Yes, working out, absolutely. But that can go both ways for sure.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
for
all
sure.
of these can go both ways to some degree. But yeah, working out definitely, I would give that a ding.
Okay, yeah. Well, so those are some of the top things that guys tend to obsess over or whatever. And
so if that is you could write in and confess your sins, and it's good.
So anyway, what we want to talk about today is I have 10 tips to help you stay connected in your marriage.
There is no way.
Oh, okay, 10.
No way.
Okay.
So
10 and I briefly went over these. So this is the Sarah Charleston show today. So let's see what they are.
Okay, so the first one I have is read a book together or listen to a book, podcast, YouTube, and then talk about it.
Okay, so a lot of these things are just kind of good things to do in general.
Sure.
But what we're talking about is, okay, guys, we need to, there's two views here. So the guy tends to obsess over things a little bit more. Not that the woman doesn't, but if a woman obsesses over something, you have to realize that you are obsessing.
Yeah.
And that, okay, I'm spending too much time playing games or watching TV or watching football or spending, fixing the car or fixing up the house, projects around the house. Anything that leads to avoidance of the family and in your relationships. That could go both sides either way. So these are just things to think about to bring us back together.
Right.
That is purposeful and thoughtful to where, okay, maybe I'm not interested in this because like yesterday we went, we both like to do this, but it wasn't like top of my list.
That's going to come up later on the
it's
list, so
coming
you
up later.
can't bring it up yet.
Okay.
So recently we were going to talk about something on the show, and I think it had to do with the show, but you had sent me a link to some YouTube or a podcast or something to listen to, and it was short, and that's where I want to say, for guys, like keep in mind your wife's time limits. So if you're like, you send, some 4-hour thing, and it's like, watch this or listen to this and then we'll talk about it. And then it takes me...
So no Mike Winger things?
No.
Oh,
so
okay.
it takes me 6 weeks to go through it. And it's like, well, in the meantime, it's like, well, I would talk to you, but you still haven't watched what I asked you to watch. It's like, okay.
I think that's only a you issue.
Okay,
So.
well, I'm just saying, like, keep in mind what time your wife has. But if you came up with, like, something short, a chapter of a book or a 15-minute YouTube video or a podcast or something, and then you talk about it later and you say, hey, what'd you think? Do you agree with the guy or whatever?
Is that part number one?
That's number one.
Okay,
So,
I thought you said a book.
it's
Okay.
read a book or listen to
I do have
something.
a short-term memory loss thing here, or I'm distracted. I have ADHD. I'm
Okay.
distracted, and so okay.
So number 2, I have don't neglect date nights.
So don't neglect. Yeah. So this is a key during obsession times. So let's just talk about like football season.
Yeah.
Football season may be a little easier because football is usually on Sundays, maybe
Right.
Saturdays for college and all that stuff. And but hockey, basketball, baseball is every day.
Right.
So I'm looking at the schedule and I'm like, oh man, there's a good game on Tuesday, but my wife wants to go out. The good thing about today is I can put that stuff on pause,
Right.
and I can go back to it later if I choose.
Yeah.
And because of that ability, we should. It doesn't mean you don't have to do certain things, but it's like put your relationships first, put the main things first, be intentional. It's like I can put this on pause, and if for some reason it can't be on pause, I think the other person can be reasonable and be like, okay, this isn't an everyday thing.
Right.
At least it shouldn't be. And so maybe I can adjust. So there needs to be adjustment on both. We haven't gone over your obsessions yet. So
Well, we can get there if you want. But anyway, that's not what we're talking about
your
right now.
shirt says your obsession.
That's right. I'm
says,
obsessed
"I love
with
my
you."
husband.
Okay, so number 3 is make certain times to listen to your wife. Maybe like even a
What?
maybe like even a no phone zone. There was a couple that we used to know. You don't think so? Okay. Well, there's a couple we used to know, and they would get up in the morning and go sit out on the porch and drink coffee together, and something like that.
I think a lot of couples do that.
That's not something we do in the morning, but if you could come up with certain, a time, it doesn't have to be a long time, but it's like,
I will say
take
those
time.
couples are not together anymore, by the way. But that's not because they drank coffee in the morning, right?
No, it's not because of that. Anyway, wow, that's terrible. Anyway, so just an idea, have some time that's like, okay, let's talk.
Yeah,
Women like to talk.
Listening, I don't think this should. I mean, this just should be on the list, but I think this is an everyday
For sure.
issue.
Yes.
Whether to counteract obsessions or addictions or whatever, I think if you're not listening, you're in trouble anyways.
Yeah. Okay. Number 4, I have do something she really would like. So I have number 1 under that. I have take a walk down to an estate sale.
Oh,
like what we did yesterday.
That's what we did yesterday. Now, we both like going to estate sales. I don't like buying things at estate sales, but
either.
I don't mind doing that. And we had one at the end of our street, so we walked down there and we spent the majority, the mid-morning together, walking down there and looking through and shaking my head at the things that she bought. But what?
Seriously, I spent $5. Like whatever.
$5 should have been $2.50 because it was 50
It
off.
should have
50%
been,
off
but
day.
whatever. I guess I
But
gave
yes.
him a bonus. And the second thing I have is garage sales. And I said, it might be
Okay.
pushing it, ladies, depending on how much time and how long you're going to spend
If you're watching
there,
YouTube. We spent a couple weeks ago. We went to a garage sale, neighborhood garage sale. We took Jeremiah and Abby, and we walked the whole neighborhood.
And we were
basically.
there for hours. It was a long time, and it was fun. But I get it. Like that might be a bit of a stretch.
Baby
but-
steps.
Oh, it was more than baby steps.
Baby
Okay,
steps.
well, anyway, but basically, it's like, all right, so you get to do something you really enjoy, maybe look for something like that. I could enjoy it.
And so I would say it's like both of us have obsessions.
Right.
And both of us have interests. Maybe that's more
Interest, for
of
sure.
the thing. Like I have interests that may be towards addiction. Okay, maybe that sounds terrible. But my interests can be all-consuming at times, and I have to be aware of that. You have interests too, and you just don't. You're not as forceful with them. Like you don't put them, and you don't say, "Hey, this is what I'm interested in." You really have to get to know you to find out your interest because you're kind of boring when it comes to that kind of
really?
stuff. Like
Okay, let's move right along.
okay.
Number 5, I have watch a movie or TV show together.
This is where I excel because most of the movies that our TV shows that we ever watch is because of you. There's not a
that's
lot
true.
that I
That
want to
is
watch
true.
that we watch.
That is true. But I'm just thinking, like, even, TV series, guys, there's a lot out there. So, I mean, there's so much you could choose from.
And it doesn't have to be media. It could be a book.
Right,
could
it doesn't. But it's just, it's an option. It's like something, because it's like, oh, we know, tonight there's not a game. Are we going to do the next episode of something? Are we going to watch a movie on Friday night? Or,
It's okay as long as it's not Little House.
Oh,
no,
man.
Little House. No.
Too bad. That would be so fun.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
We tried and I had to walk out.
We did try. Okay, number 6, I have cooked together.
Okay, you like doing this. Yeah.
So
I
do
noticed
you.
that. I feel like this is an attack on me today.
It is not.
So, like, these are all my problems
No, this
and
is
all the
something
things that
we
you would
enjoy.
want. We do enjoy this.
Like you even said the other day that if money were no option, as you say.
Yes. No, money was an option.
If you knew it would succeed, something you'd want to do is like start a restaurant together. And I'm like, what in the world
I
is
didn't
that
say
about?
together.
Oh.
So no. But honestly, yes, the restaurant industry, or making food for people and making them happy is a nice thing.
And because you think we can cook some really amazing food.
Some of it, yes.
Some of it. No,
Yeah, well,
I get it. Some of
right.
it, yes.
Some of it's just all right, but that's, but a restaurant doesn't have to be super fine or anything like that. But we can, open up a place, and I think that would be kind of cool, kind of fun. But, and we do like cooking together, when we have those opportunities about once a month. So, yeah.
Anyway, so just another idea. Okay. Number 7, I have clean something out together or do a small project around the house. Babe, stop. Okay, for real. Like, I'm just saying, like,
yes.
there are things that's like, all right, you need to go through your clothes.
No, I do not like doing this.
Okay, you don't, but it could be something that, like, it needs to be done. It's like, all right, it's actually not so bad when you get into it.
Okay,
it's just the thought of it is not fun.
These are ideas, and we don't do very good. So, I the reason I don't like doing it is not because I don't like cleaning, but your idea of cleaning is emptying the whole area. And so it's completely empty, and then throwing away half the stuff.
Yeah.
And I have a problem throwing away stuff. That's one of my obsessions is collecting. And so I can't throw away things. In fact, when I go to throw away things, I end up getting more stuff.
Pretty much. Like,
so
please don't
don't
look at your hockey cards. You're going to end up buying more. So please.
No, because I have to finish that thing. It's that one more. Or the coins are we can't get rid of the coins. So no.
Anyway, so maybe a small project around the house, something that you both have been thinking about doing or whatever. It's like, okay, well, we could actually,
like working in the yard or something.
Something like, oh, I do like working in the yard. I didn't put that, but I do like that together. But anyway, okay, number 8, we have 3 more. Number 8 is go out with friends or have friends over for an evening.
Babe, we have people over all the time.
I know, but it's different. Like, we have church here, we have Bible study, so those are kind of open-ended.
I know, that
whoever wants
interrupts
to
my
can
obsessions.
come. I know. But I'm saying, like, okay, a family that we know of or we've met
We
once
just
or
did
twice.
that Friday night.
I know.
It was fun.
It was
good.
fun. But I'm saying, like, a family we've met a couple times, and it's like, hey, let's invite them to come over for dinner on Saturday night or whatever.
Well, we do this all the time, and maybe not couples, but we have people over.
Yeah.
We like to go out with people, and we entertain a good bit.
Yeah.
And it's not my favorite thing. By a long shot, I'd rather not have people at my house than have them at my house.
Yeah.
But once they're there and I make the best, it's fine. I make the best of a bad situation.
Wow.
And oh no, it's fine. It's all good. But this is kind of your obsession. You like to entertain.
I do like that. And I mean, I guess that's, these are my ideas. So, I mean, whatever. If you're wife doesn't like to have people over, then that's probably not a good thing to go to. But I'm thinking a lot of times wives, homeschool moms, they tend to be home. They tend to not be out and about meeting people and doing stuff.
So they want to do stuff.
Yeah. So they're like, hey, let's have people over. Let's go out with some friends. Okay. So anyway, so it's just an idea.
It is an idea. It's a good idea.
Okay. So then number 9, I have go through old pictures together, maybe print some new ones to hang up and actually hang them up. Like, wouldn't that be cool? No. Okay, because when you take out
That sounds like torture.
when you take out the old pictures and you're like, oh, remember this, and it brings you down memory lane.
It does.
And it's kind of fun.
We talk about that stuff, but I'm just thinking of the pictures we have in a bin, and we hardly go through them, and now they're all digital, and that's like virtually impossible to go through because it's like 10 pictures of the same thing, and then you have to just sit there and scroll, and you don't want to be on screens, but it does bring back memories. and it does bring back talking points. And just the other day we were talking about, we did a whole bunch of family pictures a couple years ago, and we haven't printed any of them out.
Printed
we don't have any pictures of our grandkids.
Now they're so outdated, and we have no pictures of the grandkids, so I'd love to like spend a couple hours
with confession. This is like a peek behind the curtain. Everybody's like, oh, we're learning a lot about the Charlestons here.
Well, I would like to spend some time together with you, creating a wall of like, for our grandkids. Like we have no pictures of our grandkids anywhere.
You want to get rid of all our walls. How are we going to create a wall?
Okay, well, that is kind of true. Yep. So anyway, and the last one I have is... The last one, number 10, is something spiritual. Read the Bible or pray together. Sure. I will say that that's a great way to...
Hopefully you're doing that already, but that...
Hopefully, but I mean, I'm just saying like, I think, at least for me, I'm like, you feel very connected when you do those things. So it's like, well, hey, if that's not something you do on a regular...
Find your lack of faith disturbing.
Yes. Well, that was pretty serious.
That was pretty serious. So if it's not something you do regularly, or maybe, whatever, you could jump it up a little bit.
What is that?
But that's a book of the Bible.
It is a book of the Bible.
Yes. No, it is a, once again, these are top 10 things, ideas, not top 10, but ideas to help with us to realize, okay, we are becoming obsessed about things. Let us pull back. But sometimes you need direction, because it's just like, okay, if I don't do this, then what do we do? And I get anxious. And so when I get anxious and I'm kind of bored or something, I immediately just pick up my phone. That's like the go-to thing. No, the spiritual things, so we should be doing that already. I mean, I would think that that's something that should be at the forefront. And hopefully that is one of our obsessions.
Hopefully.
Something to do with the scriptures. I know one of our friends, he asked me a Bible question, and so I spent Friday basically the whole afternoon, because at work, listening to other people's ideas on that, just to, so I could talk to him about it. And so I blame him for that. But I enjoy doing that also, obviously. And the discussions about spiritual things should be one of our obsessions.
I mean, it should be. And often these things, like especially that can happen.
But are there good obsessions and bad obsessions?
I mean, I feel like obsession tends to have a negative connotation, kind of like addiction tends to have a negative connotation.
How come mine are obsessions and yours are just duties and stuff?
Duties. I like to say commitments. Like earlier you were talking about like I'm obsessed with making supper, and I'm like, no, I'm just committed to like, I got to keep the house. I can't believe you said that.
That's not real obsession. But
anyway, so I don't know. I mean, and
she's obsessed with keeping the house clean.
Oh yeah, people can tell.
No, you really don't have a lot of obsessions, but there are some ladies out there that do have obsessions.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't know what they are. Maybe talking about health and keeping up on. Oh, we're not supposed to talk about that.
Yeah, let's not bring that up.
Food, health, stuff like that. But working out, maybe. Yeah. Maybe it is all these other things. Education. I don't know, but it does seem like guys do struggle with that a little bit more than women, and it is imperative for us guys. So if the guys are out there watching and listening to this, be aware. It's October is like, if you're a sports fan, October is like awesome, because the football season's starting, hockey season's starting, the baseball season's wrapping up, so it's the playoffs, basketball starting up, so everything's happening in October. So that's kind of why we did this show. Even though I don't pay attention to most of that stuff anymore, but it's but then March comes along, and then you're like, oh, the March Madness right after the Super Bowl, and then then it's, and then October, November, depending where you live, is also hunting and fishing. Well, fishing's always around, but, hunting season. And, so there's different obsessions that we have, and we have to be aware. Yeah. And why are we obsessed? I like, me personally, I like competition. I like debate because of the competition. I like sports because of the competition. I like games because of the competition. Now, I don't do these things to avoid my wife or my family.
Right.
And some people do. Yeah. Some people use this as an outlet because they just can't handle their wife or their kids. The other one's not very good either. Because if I find myself going to, video games or watching sports or hunting and fishing or working on my car or working on the house even, some of these things are good.
Yeah.
But if I'm finding myself just going to that, that's still not good. Like I need to do these things at times. Well, maybe not the video games and sports, but these things can happen. But the reason behind it, if I'm trying to get out of my responsibilities as a husband and a father, then that's not good.
Right.
That's not good. And so if it's the other one, you just have to really pay attention. Like, oh, I've been out here for 3 hours. I don't want to throw my son under the bus, but both my sons went to a garage sale and they spent all day organizing and going through. Now, he's hoping to make money on this.
Right.
But, it was computers and things and tech, and just he got good deals and he wanted to, make sure everything worked. And it was fun to watch, because they're obsessed with this. But you just have to be aware that, hey, I have a wife at home, I have kids at home, I have duties I have to do, or work gets in the way sometimes, and that is a challenge. That was a challenge for me, and that's why when the kids were younger, I said no cable TV because, a lot of people are like, oh, you're a legalist. No, because if I had it, I'd watch it. And I didn't want to do that. I wanted to stay focused on my family and my kids. And I didn't want them watching TV just endlessly. Yeah. So, it was like, I'm going to get that out because I'm obsessed. Anytime I would just have ESPN on all the time. Yeah. And so without cable, guess what? I can't watch. It's kind of like if I struggle eating cookies. Well, don't buy cookies. Right. And then you won't struggle. The cookies aren't in the house. Yeah, exactly. So I get it out of the house. And so if you find yourself overindulging in these issues, in these things, pay attention. Trust me, your spouse will help you with that.
Wow.
Well, right?
I mean, hopefully. But it does make me think of, we had a neighbor for a lot of years that would be out working on his boat like every single day. And I'm like, my goodness. Like, I mean, I don't know.
He loved that thing. He never took it out.
I'm like, he doesn't seem to take it anywhere. But he's, for years working on it. And, got to sometimes wonder, like, is this to avoid having to go in and talk to your wife? He was always
fixing on something. And hey, man, he was good at it. But, you just have to, and maybe that was fine,
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. Every relationship is going to be different. Yeah. And maybe some guys are more needy, some women are more needy. Yeah. And be sensitive to one another. That is for sure. Right. But these are just ideas, especially for guys, to pay attention to. And when you find yourself, too much, go to this list and consider. Maybe your wife's not interested in a lot of these things, but I bet you one of these things she's going to be interested in. There's no doubt.
Right. Well, and at the end of it all, it's like the thing is we want to stay connected. And so the devil is out there to destroy all of our marriages. And so don't let him get a foot in the door by, creating this wedge where it's like, oh, you're more interested in whatever it is that you're interested in, not in me. And it's like, that's not true. But
well,
it's
at the moment I might be, but.
Okay, well, but to safeguard that, it's like, no, we need to make sure we find something during the week that can help us to all right, we're still good. We're connected. We have things to look forward to together with us. And so anyway, so hopefully this is helpful.
And it helps to find those common obsessions.
Yeah.
If that is possible. Right. Because a lot of my things that I like, you're really not interested in. Right. And same vice versa. But there are a number of things that we do together. The spiritual things are obvious. Right. Those are going to be there. But there's a number of things that we enjoy together as a couple. And you guys need to find that too, whatever that link is, and try it. Because sometimes you might find, oh, I didn't think I'd like cooking together, but actually I enjoy cooking, or cleaning together. Like I've tried, and I'm like, I can't. She wants to throw away all my stuff, and so I just can't. I'm going to close my eyes and go to sleep. So anyway, but these are just 10 kind of helpful things. What would you call them?
10 helpful tips to stay connected.
To stay connected. Yeah. Oh, I thought we were supposed to disconnect.
Okay, disconnect from media.
Oh, the media, but stay connected to each other.
Yes.
So, all right. Well, these are the top 10, well, not top 10, just 10 things to think about. So hopefully this helps someone out there. And anything you want to say to end this off, since this is your segment?
I just hope this helps, and hopefully people can find something to help them.
Am I right or am I right or am I right?
You're right.
And yes, I'm right. Okay.
Yes, you are right.
Charleston Show.
All right, we are back with a game segment here with Elisabeth. Elisabeth's over there. She's in Chuck's chair, so she's usually over here. So she's not in the chick chair because
I'm
Mom's
here.
in the chick chair. And but yeah, you're over here. So what do you have for us today? What obsessions do you have?
I'm not sure what to call this, but it's Old Testament or New Testament.
Old Testament or New Testament? Well, New
Easy.
Testament. Old
No.
Testament.
So basically, I'll give you a verse, and you'll have to decide if it's in the Old Testament or New Testament.
Okay.
Collectively?
Oh, we're not going to do
Yeah.
the buzzers.
Okay.
Bzz.
Now we get to talk about it.
We get to talk about it.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, okay, so we just get to decide. All we have to say is Old
Old
Testament.
Testament or New Testament? So we're 50-50
Yes.
on all of them. So.
It is 50-50.
Okay.
Wow, you got bigger. We had to because the other camera is in the way now for
Okay.
everything.
Maybe you shouldn't say I got bigger, but okay.
Oh, yeah, that's terrible. But your head's not in the shot very much. Okay, we're ready. Let's go, Elisabeth.
All right. For our God is a consuming fire.
Well, that is Third Day.
She's not asking which band.
That's right. That is definitely New Testament. That is Hebrews.
Yes.
So, yes.
All right.
Oh, wow.
We'll go with
yeah,
New Testament.
I got that one right. Boom.
It is.
Oh,
Hebrews,
that's right. I
isn't
forgot
it?
to turn this back up. Is that better? There
Okay.
we go. We got
New
it.
Testament?
Yes.
All right.
It's
Good
in
job.
Hebrews.
You didn't know that?
I mean, I was, yeah, it wasn't coming to mind.
Okay.
All right. The next one is, blessed is the man that trusteth in the Lord and whose hope the Lord is.
Oh, that sounds like Psalms.
Yeah, well, it sounds like Psalms, but it's not Psalms, I'm going to guess. But it is Old Testament,
Old
Yes.
Testament. Yeah.
It's not Psalms.
It's not.
right?
It's in Jeremiah.
Jeremiah. That's right. Jeremiah.
Okay.
Okay, we should know that.
All right. This one's easy.
This one's easy.
Rejoice evermore.
Okay. Is that King James?
Yes.
That's Philippians. That's New Testament.
Well, that's if we're thinking what we're thinking, rejoice in the Lord always.
No.
You're going to say rejoice.
But this is
Rejoice evermore.
Yeah. It's the full verse. Rejoice evermore.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. It's
New
Philippians, right?
Yes.
Okay.
No, it's New Testament, but it's First Thessalonians.
Whatever. Okay, I should just be quiet and just say New Testament. Yeah, I got it
Keep
right.
using the word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
Okay.
All right. He that observeth the wind shall not sow, and he that regardeth the clouds shall not reap.
Okay, that's definitely Old Testament.
Yeah, Old Testament.
What passage? I'm not exactly.
I'm not saying a book.
Okay, yeah, we're just going to say Old Testament.
Yes,
and
it's an
yes,
Old
we got it right. Yeah.
Yeah. It's Ecclesiastes.
Yes, that's exactly what I was going to say.
The Lord is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked.
Okay, so this is Psalms. So that would be Old
That's
Testament.
Old Testament.
Right.
It is Old Testament.
Is it Psalms?
No, it's
Okay, that's not Psalms.
it's Nahum 1:3.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure I've heard y'all recite that one before.
Yeah, well, I was thinking of the Lord is slow to anger.
Oh.
The Lord is gracious, and
Compassionate and slow
Right.
to anger. Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
but that's not what you said.
No.
Okay, what do we got?
Behold, the husbandman waiteth for the precious fruit of the earth, and hath long patience wait for it.
Oh, with patience, wait for it. What? That's.
Yeah, I'm sort of feeling like that's a New Testament thing.
I say it's Old Testament. I'm saying it's
Really?
Habakkuk.
It is
Okay.
New Testament.
Oh, snap.
Oh, so I was
And
right.
it's James.
Oh, wow. See, I was not thinking James. Wow.
Yeah.
Say
Okay.
it
See, and
for
that's
us
why I
again.
didn't say a book.
Behold, the husbandman waiteth for the precious fruit of the earth, and hath long patience wait for it.
Wow. How about that?
Wow.
Well, I got that one right. You got it right.
No, Mom got it right.
I know.
It sounded like you said, I got that one right. You got it right.
I got that one wrong. Okay, what's next?
He healeth the broken in heart, and bindeth up their wounds.
Okay, so this is kind of tricky. Is this the prophecy of go tell him what he does? I'm going to say it's Old Testament.
It's Old Testament. And then it says, He telleth the number of stars. He calleth them all by names by the greatness of His might. For that He is strong in power, not one faileth. Why sayest thou, Jacob, and speakest, O Israel, my way? Isn't it that passage?
It's Psalm 147.
Okay.
So
I don't know if it goes into that, but anyway, it made me think of that. So go ahead.
Well, we got the Old Testament part.
Yeah.
yeah. He giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might he increases strength.
Okay, so strength will rise for those that wait on the Lord. Is this Isaiah?
That is
This
Isaiah. That's
yes.
Isaiah.
Yes.
Old
And it's Old
Testament.
Testament. Old Testament. That's Old
Am I
Testament.
right or am I right or am I right?
Yes, we're right.
Yeah. All right. Recompense to no man evil for evil. Provide things honest in the sight of all men.
Okay, this is New Testament.
That's New Testament.
New Testament, but which verse is?
She
Which
didn't even say it was right yet.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, we know it's New
He's
Testament.
saying, woo, I got it.
It's recompense evil.
It's an epistle.
I want to say it's
Or
Colossians.
It's Romans.
Romans. That's right.
Romans
13,
12.
12.
We haven't
okay.
covered that one yet in our Bible study.
Well, we have before.
I know, but
Been a while.
yeah. Anyway,
Behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith.
oh, well, that's easy.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's Old
That's
Testament.
Habakkuk, right?
Yeah, it's Habakkuk.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even though that last part is quoted 3 times in the New Testament,
Right.
but that first part is definitely
Yeah.
in the New Testament or
Yes.
Old Testament.
Old Testament, yes.
Yes.
For I know that my Redeemer liveth, and that he
I
shall
love
stand at
that
the latter day upon
That's
earth.
Nicole C. Mullins.
For I know
Oh,
my Redeemer.
That's Job.
That is
That is
Job.
Job. So yeah, that
Yes.
is Old Testament.
Yes.
That's a great passage.
All right, last one.
Oh, last one. We got to get this one. You're going to get a clean sleep here, babe.
I feel like I messed one up.
Okay.
Anyway.
Rejoice with them that do rejoice, and weep with them that weep.
Woo! We got this one.
That's New Testament.
It is New Testament. In fact, it is James.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. It's we put those that we. Oh, it's a gospel.
No, it's not a gospel.
Okay, we're gonna get the camera off me.
Rejoice with them that do rejoice and we.
What is that?
It is Romans 12:15.
Romans 12. We haven't gotten there yet.
Wow, both in Romans 12.
Yeah.
Actually, we don't know Romans 12 very well.
No, we need to get there soon. We're only in Romans 9 coming up. So yeah, 3 more weeks and we'll get to Romans.
Oh, well,
4
that was
more weeks.
fun.
So yeah,
I feel like we know pretty well our Old Testament versus New Testament.
I feel like that should be pretty easy. I feel like most people could get those.
You think
but
so?
Maybe,
Well.
yeah, maybe not.
Well, if you got most of those wrong, you can write in and tell us that you failed on that.
Why
You
would
don't
they do that?
Okay, they probably would. But anyway.
No, they would not. So,
Okay. Well,
So,
anyway,
yeah.
thanks, Elizabeth.
I don't think so, Tim.
yes. So thank you, Elisabeth. And so, anyways, that should be it. Thank you.
Music with Sarah.
What song do you like?
All right, this is the song of the week, and it has nothing to do with obsession. But you
doesn't.
should have done obsession.
Yeah, I could have done that.
You could have done obsession. But what are you doing
But
this
I
week?
didn't. This week, this song has been on my playlist over and over and over again. And so I guess I am kind of obsessed with it.
Yes,
So
you are obsessed with music.
I am obsessed with music. That is true. Because when I like a song, I'm going to play it and play it and play it. And this song is called Life and Breath by Matt Redman. And it's brand new, I think. And I've listened to the whole album, and most of it's all really, really good. There's a song that I was like, what? Whatever. But anyway, most of it's all really good. But
Most of it's really good?
well, there's one song that's like, I don't even know what that is.
The album?
The album,
Okay,
yeah.
right.
But anyway, but this song is, I don't know. I find it like it's really deep. Like the lyrics are
Oh, they're deep.
are deep lyrics, and I really like it because, but it brings it back to like it all comes back to life and breath, and so, but. It says, the beauty of beginning, the spark of heaven's mind, the voice that called to order the orbits and the tides. I don't know. Like, I think that's really cool to think that God is the one that called all that to order. That's a lot.
It is.
But this was all created by the God of life and breath. And then he goes into the fall. And so God had to come up with a new way to begin. And then it says, with love and mercy, knowing this birth would mean a death. And I don't know. To me, I'm like, that just sounds deep. But
It is deep,
But
sure.
it is. It's like when he was born,
Sure.
he was born with a mission. And that mission was that he was going to die and give his life for all of us.
I was
And
distracted
so-
by the video again.
I'm sure you were.
Okay.
And so he took on this God of life and breath. He took on life and breath and became a man.
Yes, he
and
did,
he came
which
and
is
lived
very
with us.
fascinating.
It is fascinating. And so then it says, you walked this earth among us with healing in your hands. Who could comprehend a God in form of man? And I don't know, to me, that's like, it's still just so hard to fathom, like what other God out there came and became one of his own.
Well, that's what
you know?
makes Christianity so different than any other religion. The other religions' gods are so far away and
Yeah.
needs to be appeased and all this stuff. But our God stepped into His own creation
Yeah.
and became one of us to redeem us, so He could bring us to Him.
Yeah.
And that's a fascinating concept, you
Yeah.
know, where it's like, wow, that is that's a loving God right there.
Yeah. So it says, for you poured your strength out till there was nothing left, the cross and nails and thorns that would take your life and breath. So with each verse or chorus that he keeps going back to this idea of life and breath. That's why it's called that. But and then it says, your lifeless broken body 3 days inside a grave, the God of light eternal in total darkness laid. You know me, I love all those
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
But I'm like, he is God. He said, let there be light, and there was light. And it's like, we don't even know exactly where that light came from because the sun wasn't even made yet. But it's like so much light in the Bible. And it's like to think, well, this was the God, and he is light, and yet in total darkness he laid in that grave. I don't know. I just think that's pretty cool. And then it says, yet prophecies had spoken of what would happen next. Behold, the risen Savior restored to life and breath. And anyway, I just like it keeps going back to this idea of life and breath. And it's a beautiful song, and I feel like the lyrics behind it are just so deep. And the chorus just says, to the one true, living, breathing God, beginning and the end. To the one true, living, breathing God, be all praise.
Because our God is not a God of wood and stone. It doesn't speak and doesn't, is mute and, well, that's the same thing, and deaf. Our God is alive.
Yeah.
And, obviously he's not in human form like we are right now. He's in a human form, but not like we are.
Right.
And one day we'll be like him. And so that's our hope.
Yeah. So to me, it's a beautiful song. It does give a lot of hope because he is the God of life and breath. And so anyways, I think y'all should go check it out.
Go check it out. It's called Life and Breath by
Matt Redman.
Matt Redman, not Matt Maher.
Yeah.
Matt Maher is still alive and breathing, right?
He's alive and breathing, so, which is, seems kind of similar.
Very similar, but this is Matt
That's a good one too.
Redman.
Right.
Yes. And we might have done that one before.
Yeah.
Alive and breathing.
Not
But anyways, you can go check it out on YouTube, on Spotify, or wherever you get your Apple Music or whatever. Go check it out. And, it's Matt Redman.
Life and Breath.
Life and Breath.
The Mike Charleston Show is brought to you by Fellowship of Believers. For more information, go to our website at fellowshipofbelievers.org. Thank you for listening. We hope we have encouraged you to stand strong in the Lord Jesus and grow in Him.